Welcome to another episode of the Woman Up podcast, a place where we entertain, educate and elevate women on this journey we call life. And I'm really excited today because I have Tycee Gallagher with me. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm all good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really good. I have been prepping for this interview and I have like a million questions.
Fire away, fire away.
Just to start off with, just tell everyone who you are and what you do.
So I'm Tycee Gallagher. I am currently the British and Commonwealth Super Bantamweight champion, professional boxer. Basically.
Yeah.
Just cut it short, but yeah. So and my next fight is I'm defending my British and Commonwealth title on the 27th of September.
How long have you had that title?
So I've had the Commonwealth title since last April. April 23, and then I won the British title in May this year.
Okay.
So yeah, defending it now in September.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Normally what we would do is we do like icebreakers before an interview, but I've kind of switched it up because I want to like get to know you, and then we'll do like some fun stuff afterwards. But I know you're a professional boxer, but I really want to delve into like who you are outside of that as well. So I feel like that's why I have a million questions. But we'll start with your boxing.
Okay.
What inspired you to start? Because I saw online that you started at the age of 11. So
Yeah.
where did
So
that come from?
I was always like very sporty and wanting to try new sports. I played at high level football before that. I started when I was about 6 or 7, and I just always was outdoors doing something. And I was in the middle of getting diagnosed with ADHD when I was 10, 11, and my mum took my brother down to me and my brother to a boxing class at the local community centre, mainly for my brother, but I was like, I want to give it a go. I never even was bothered about boxing. It's not something that I cared about. I was like football mad. And then I thought I'd give it a go. Soon as I put some pair of gloves on and started training, I was like, wow, this like everything I was doing or being told to do, I was doing, and it was like just opened into a new world. And like from that moment, I just carried on and went every session, and my brother didn't. So yeah, it was strange how it happened. And then once I started, I could channel my energy all into boxing, and I was still playing football for a few years after that, doing both. But boxing just completely helped me change and help my mind and everything. And then obviously I got diagnosed with ADHD a few months later, and it just kind of helped massively for that side of things. It was like, and it was my mum mainly that seen the difference. My mum and dad and my family, like they seen the difference, what it was doing to me, and just the rest was history, really.
When you say like it helped you, like what were you going through that you needed help with?
I was just that crazy kid, literally, there are still parts of that in me, which I like, but I was just so hyper. Like to the point, like that annoying little sister. That was me. Like I was so hyperactive and so much energy. And now, as I've transferred into an adult, I've still got all that energy, but in different ways. I was very hot-headed. Like I'd get angry quick. And slowly just started boxing. I was just channeling all of them emotions and feelings into my boxing, and slowly but surely stopped being hot-headed, and it just helped me how I felt afterwards. I wasn't always chasing something that was giving me what I needed.
Talk us through some of your memories from early days as an amateur. And do you say amateur or amateur?
Amateur.
Okay, amateur.
Well, either or though.
Okay.
Either or.
Especially winning the junior title as well. What was that like?
Yeah, so the amateurs was fun. It was really fun. Looking back, I feel like I fulfilled not everything I wanted to do, but I mean in terms of the experience I gained from it was so good. And I joined the boxing. Well, going back to when I first started, I started boxing, and where I was training, when I knew I wanted to take it to another level and start competing, like, remember that was like 15, nearly 16 years ago, and there wasn't females about, and females weren't really allowed in gyms. The odd gym you could, but in this
to train?
Yeah, to even train and to compete. So in this gym, I didn't know until I wanted to compete, and then the coach was a bit like, do you really, like, maybe not, we don't really have women fighting. So it was like, well, I can't stay here then.
Yeah.
My mum found another gym in Luton. I couldn't even step foot in the gym, never mind fight for them. Like, they were like, no women allowed, no girls, like, it's a man's sport.
No way.
Yeah, so at 11, I'm like, what? Like, I already play football, so I'm already kind of in a man sport, but like around like male dominated. So I'm like, how does that even make sense? Oh, that's not fair. But my mum found another gym, and then they let me in with open arms, and they become a big family. Even now, we're really, really close. And so then when I found that gym, I started training and told them I wanted to compete and stuff, and they helped me along the way. And then, yeah, I had a good few fights before then I got entered into the championships. And then that was the champion. Winning the junior title was like probably the first time I was like, oh, I can do something with this now. Like, if I really want to, I know I can. Because and then after that you get selected for England, and you go and have a little look. You go up to Sheffield and train with like the England boxers, the older lot, the GB, and you're looking and you're like, I want a bit of this. Like, so that showed me, and then that's from that point I kind of knew the steps I had to take to belong up in Sheffield, basically. That was my goal. As soon as I went there for the first time, because that's where the Institute of Sport is, and that's where all like the GB fighters train and the England fighters. So that's like their base. And once the first time I went there, I was like, I want to do this. I want this lifestyle. Like, so yeah, it was good. And then I went on to win a couple of other championships and represent my country and stuff like that. So the amateurs was really fun looking back on it, and I'm glad I did it. Like, most of my weekends were spent on the club minibus. We were going to boxing shows to watch our other teammates fight, or we're fighting, and like you become a proper family, and like, I don't know, like, we're a good team. That's what it was. Every week there was something to do with the boxing, and yeah, it was good.
How have the other female boxers that you were meeting, obviously would be older than you, when that experience that you said that there was no like training available for women, like, what was their experience?
I'm not too sure, it's not something I really, really ever really asked, but it's like all female fighters back then, you wouldn't get in, they wouldn't get in now. Also from my age and older, I'm pretty sure most of them would have experienced something like that. Or they've experienced some people, like, even now you do get the old school man going, no, women shouldn't fight. like, obviously I don't care what their opinions are, but you do still get the odd little comment. But so back then it would have been, I could probably guarantee most female fighters would have experienced some sort of something like that.
I'm guessing, like, when you went up then and saw like all the other female boxers, it was like, oh wow, like,
that's it. Me. And then that's it. So when you see them and it's like, well, they're doing it, I can do it. There's obviously a way to do it. So that helped as well. And then not long after, I think I'd just won the national title, or it was just before, it was the 2012 Olympics.
Oh, okay.
And that was the first time women were fighting in the Olympics. Wow. So I went to watch that and stuff. So watching that was just like, see, they're doing it, I'm going to do that, I want to do that. And so if it wasn't for like them sort of boxers like Natasha Jonas, Nicola Adams, Katie Taylor, Savannah Marshall, all of them, that's what helps you, like, spur you on. Even there's probably girls now watching us do it, and it's like, I can do that. So it's like paving the way.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so in terms of like actually that experience of fighting, what goes through your mind when you're like coming out and like stepping into the ring and all of that?
it's a weird one. Like, it's so weird because when I'm coming out to a fight, I'm looking around and I'm like, obviously trying to just stay in the zone and be like, I've got one job to do. I need to focus on that. But there's a little bit of you going, wow, like, this is crazy. Like, everyone's shouting my name.
Yeah.
Like, when you stay, it's not until after the fight when you look around the ring and you're like, wow, like, I really just did that. But I don't really know what goes through my head. It's like, I just try and make sure, just keep focused. Don't look at anyone and just focus. Just get in the ring. And as soon as I step into the ring, that's when I feel most comfortable, because that's what I do every day. It's the other stuff that I'm like, whoa, like, this is new. But I never knew how I would be until you can't plan that. You can plan how you box and what to do in the ring, but you can't plan like the whole fight week and the whole cameras, lights, action, like, type thing, and you just got to roll with it basically. And I to be honest with you, I really enjoy all of it. I didn't think I would, because I'm like, I just want to box. I don't care about the other stuff. I just want to box. But the last few fights, I've really, really enjoyed that whole build up and the whole lights and the camera. And it's fun, because it's like, now I can showcase what I can do now. So, but in terms of fighting, like, I don't know what goes through my head.
Yeah, are you quite like, I don't know, is it adrenaline, or do you feel like scared? Do you feel nervous? Like, I can't imagine.
Yeah, you do get a little bit nervous. Like, wow, I get more nervous about, the main thing I get nervous about is like not performing. So like, I know what I've got to do to beat whoever's in front of me. What if I just can't do it? I need to do it, like, make sure I perform. Like, but I don't really get nervous about anything else. Like, and that all comes down to like preparing properly and training properly, because if you train and prepare properly, what is there to be nervous about, really? Obviously, it's someone trying to take your head off, but if you've prepared for that, it doesn't make it as bad.
Do you study your opponent as well?
Okay, you have to. I never used to, in the amateurs, you wouldn't even know who you're fighting. You just turn up, fight. But in the pros, it is a lot different. Like, you study what they're doing and how they fight and how to beat them. Really, when I'm studying a fighter, all I look at is what would I do to beat what she's doing, basically. So
what are those press conferences like as well? Because I always wonder, like, I know we had a little conversation before filming, but is it like an act that you're just like hyping each other up, or like what is that like, going through that experience?
It's funny. It's so funny, because when I turn up there, I have no intentions of, I'm gonna just listen, answer what I'm being asked, but the other opposition sometimes have different ideas, and like, but I'll just match the energy. So I won't start anything or like be an idiot, or but I'll match whatever's being brought to me, basically. And sometimes it does get a bit spicy and funny, but I like all of that, to be honest. Like, nothing could get under my skin. Like, nothing another boxer or anyone in that world could say to me that could get under my skin, or like, because really, you can say what you want, but on the 27th of September, me and you have to get in the ring, and there's not like, we have to fight each other, like, regardless of what anything's been said. Like, so I take it with all a pinch of salt, but it is fun. Like, it does get you a bit like, so that was about 6 or 7 weeks before the fight. So that like starts like, ooh, yeah, it's gonna like bit of fire in your belly, like, so it's needed as well. But
okay. So I was reading, like, I have no idea about boxing, but I was going through like your wins and losses and everything. And there was Nina Hughes for the Commonwealth title. In 2022, you lost, right?
Yeah.
And then you came back in 2023 to win. Like, how did you mentally and physically prepare, considering you'd lost the first time, like, through that?
Losing is like the worst thing ever. But do you know what? With that fight, it's because I didn't lose because I lost against a better fighter. Like, all respect to Nina, she went on to win a world title. Like, she's a world champion. But I knew that I did not fight what we had prepared for, what we had planned for. I just went in and my head was gone, kind of thing. And I feel like it was a lack of experience. No excuses. I lost. I didn't win the fight, but going back and like reflecting on why I lost and stuff, it was like I didn't even perform to how I would usually perform, and I'm never gonna let that happen again. And like the experience of that was my first title fight, my first 10-rounder. I feel like the event, it kind of got to me a little bit, which I didn't think it would, and I didn't know it would until I got in the ring.
Yeah.
And it all was like a blur, and I was like, I can never let that happen again. And as soon as I lost that fight, went on holiday, and when I come back, it was like I changed everything up. Like everything I was doing, I changed, and because obviously something weren't working or something weren't right, and yeah, me and my coach, we got to work, and we just literally everything changed. I that was the moment I turned into a different boxer. So, and then it was like, no, that's not going to keep me back, and I'm not going to like dwell over it, but I won't let that happen again. If I lose against someone that they're better than me, or they like fair and square, like I'll hold my hands down. But when you lose against someone, when you lose because you haven't done what you're supposed to do, that is like, that hurts you.
Yeah.
Hurts you. And I was just like, I can't let that ever happen again. And then, yeah, I just transformed into a much, much better professional boxer.
Yeah. What would you say, like, from a personal perspective, did you change anything from like your personal habits, or do you mean you changed the way you box, or just everything?
Personal, no, not really. But it was more just like in training, it was just everything just changed. I changed my style. I grew into my style and what, and because I was a bit in that fight, it was like I was reverting back to old habits and old ways, and I just completely changed as a fighter. And weirdly enough, even though it was a loss, it gave me a lot of self-belief, because I was like, I know I'm way better than that. I know I am. So now I've got to go and show it.
Yeah.
And when you lose, you've got to come back stronger, or else you're not going to get the opportunities. You're not going to get the big fights and stuff like that. So I just went and I just grinded it out. Like, and you could say personal, I did change, because I wouldn't say I changed, but you've got to just draw yourself in and just stay away from anything around you. Like, even barely get to see my friends, my family, I don't have a normal life. Like, I choose that though. I choose to live to be a professional boxer, but you've just got to channel in and zone in, and to do that, you've got everything around you needs to kind of stay at arm's length. So yeah, that's kind of probably what I changed as well.
I know you said earlier that it helped you combat like your ADHD symptoms. Do you think though that your ADHD helps you be a better boxer as well though?
I'd say so. Do you know why? Like, I feel like I just channel in a lot, and like, I don't know if all boxers feel like this, but like when I'm training or in the ring, or when I'm not training and I'm thinking about what I need to do for the next, so if I spar and then I feel like I'll reflect on it, and then the next time it's just all that's going through my brain. It just consumes my brain. I'm so hyper focused on what I need to do in the ring, in training. Definitely. I call my ADHD is my superpower, man. Like 100%. Like, there's so many little things I do in my life, and when I reflect on it, I think, why do I do that? And it all boils down to having ADHD, and I'm like, I wouldn't probably be this, like, so, what's the word? I'm so ambitious and just want, but there is pros and cons to it.
Yeah.
Because you can be not too ambitious, but you can. I've got so many things going through my head. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do that. Like, it's like, calm down, calm down. Like, and then you'll forget that one thing, and you've got to remember it the next day, and it's like, yeah. But all in all, I'd say it's a good thing for me.
Hey ladies, thanks for joining us here on another episode of the Woman Up podcast. I hope you're enjoying the episode so far. I just wanted to take a moment to say, if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please follow the channel and leave us a review. It really, really helps with our reach. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss any episodes in the future. If you're feeling especially inspired, please feel free to leave us a comment or share the episode on your socials. I personally read all comments, and every share has a massive effect on our growth, so it really means the world to us. Thanks in advance, we appreciate you, and let's get back to the episode. How did it feel as well afterwards to become the super bantamweight champion?
So good. Like, there's never been a British champion before at super bantamweight, so the first person to do it, and now this title's gonna go on for years and years and years and years, and I'll be the first champion. So it's like a really, really like proud moment for me, my family, my daughter, like everyone around me, and yeah, it's a relief when you do it, because it's like I'm all that hard work and it was worth it, and there's so much more. That's the nicest and most exciting part about it. When after a good fight and you win a title, it's like, and it just brings so much excitement for what's next to come.
Yeah. Do you think your mum is ever like, I just put her in there for ADHD and now she's just taken it to a whole nother level?
Pretty much.
She expected
she's just like,
it?
Nah, but she's like literally my number one supporter, my mum. Like, she knows everything about boxing, like more than me.
Really?
She'll message me about like, seen who's fighting next week, or like all these boxers. Like, she's proper into it. Like, she pushed me massively when I was training. Like, she made sure I was going to my sessions, and yeah, like she loves it. But there was a long period of time where she wouldn't come to my fights, because she just, as I was getting older, it was like it gets a little bit more serious, and she couldn't deal with it. She's been coming to the last few fights, but even then she doesn't really watch. She's like, or outside in the smoking area, or covering her eyes, or nervous, and so but she does love like what I do.
What about I know you mentioned it earlier about like the sport being quite male dominated. What is it like now? Is it a lot better, or? Yeah,
like most places you go, like gyms and stuff, there is always girls and females. In the amateurs at the minute, there's loads of amateur girls. Like, it's really good to see, whereas it wasn't like that when I was an amateur. But in the pros, the pool of girls and the depth of talent is definitely like taking off, and it's getting a lot better. Still a long way to go. There's still a lot of backing that needs to be done for women boxing. A lot of people say, oh, women boxing's like coming through and it's gonna be big, but there's still a lot more work to be done to actually back the female fighters, and look at like, I feel like a lot more work still needs to be done, but it's come a long way from where it was.
I was going to say, are you hopeful for the future of women's boxing?
Definitely, I am, 100%. And like, the talent that's coming through at the minute it's very high level. Like, but the thing is, it's either for women's boxing, there's like a handful, there's loads at the top, not even loads, but there's some like, there's nothing in between yet. Okay. Whereas in the men's, it's like from there's loads thousands of boxers, but between the level of boxing, it's either they're really good and world champions, or nothing really. So there's still a lot more to be done, but which is coming. It's coming, and it's getting a lot better.
Yeah. Do you have a chance to do any like mentoring or like training any younger females, or is it just not something you can?
Yeah, like it is something that I really, really enjoy doing. I work alongside Boxing Saves Lives, and that's kind of what I do. Like, I go into schools and teach boxing, but there's also a lot of schools I go in and I've just got groups of girls and one-to-ones with girls, and we just talk. I teach them boxing as well, and I'm like their mentor, really. Like, that's kind of the job role I've got, and I really, really enjoy it. I wish I could do it a little bit more, but it's definitely something I'd do after my career. Like, dive straight into it and make it quite big. But right now I haven't got, it's the time.
I was going to say, because your training is mad.
Yeah, lately. It's militant, and it's like twice a day, and it's like when I get a little hour, could go to a school, but it's something I'd definitely do like once my boxing career is done.
Yeah. And in terms of like being a role model as well, you have a daughter. How old is your daughter now?
I do. She's 6.
Oh.
She's 6, yeah.
Is she like inspired by what you do? Do you think she might go into boxing?
I don't know if she'll do boxing. She was at the gym with me today and she was training, and but she says no. She's a little like gymnastics and dancer kind of thing, and she but recently she's been obsessed with like like she's like, I'm gonna be so strong like you, Mum, and she keeps pulling her muscles up, and she's like, am I strong yet? And I'm like, yeah, like, but she's definitely inspired in that type of in my fitness and in being strong and doing something. She's just non-stop on her gymnastics bar, and it's like, as long as you're doing something. But with the boxing, I don't know. If you ask her, do you want to box? She says no. Like, she'll probably know how. She's with me all the time, so she'll know how to box and she'll be able to box. But she probably wouldn't ever want to compete. I couldn't imagine her taking a dig in the face like that. She's just too sweet and girly. She really is. Anything could happen, but whatever she does, I want her to do something in sports or do something like and take something. Whatever she does, I want her to put everything. And that's one thing she's seeing from me and learning from me. Whatever you do, you're going to put 100% into it, and you're going to try and be the best, like whatever it is. That's the kind of mentality I've always tried to embed in her.
Has she ever watched you fight?
Yeah, once. I didn't really want her to come and see me fight because it's not really a place. She was 5 at the time. It's 5-year-olds going to a boxing show, okay, but to watch your mum get punched in the face or even watch me punching someone else in the face, it's not really something I've ever really liked the idea of. But she was begging me to come, and my niece and my nephews come. So, and this fight was just a kind of tick over fight before my title fight. So sounds bad, but I knew I was going to win that fight. And it wasn't a dangerous fight to take. So I was like, well, if you're going to come to any, I'd rather you come to this one. And she loved it. She got in the ring with me and stuff. And so that was a special moment. But now she's done it once, I'm like, yeah, not again. Not really again. Like, unless she was a lot older and was like, no, I really, I want to come and watch. Until then, she'll just watch it on TV at home. Yeah.
How did it affect you having her in there though?
Oh, I didn't even
bother you?
Because I didn't actually see her on my way into the ring or anything. I didn't even remember she was there until I actually remember seeing her. It was like the second round, and I've looked out of the ring as I was getting up to go for the second round, and I've looked and I've seen her there, and that's but it made me like want to do even better, to be honest. It was nice. She was shouting me and cheering me, so it was nice. It was a really special. I'm glad I got to experience it. But yes, I'm not a massive fan on bringing her. She's been begging me to come to this one as well, but as the fights get harder, and I just don't want her to see that side of things.
Yeah. Do you think she'd be upset if you lost, or if she saw you get hit really hard or anything like that? Or she's like,
maybe
quite...
she'd be upset if I lost. Them belts, they're her belts. Like, she tells me they're my belts.
Yeah.
So I'm on strict orders to bring them belts home. Okay. So yeah, she would be upset if I lost. But in terms of the punching and getting punched, I feel like she thinks it's so normal. Like, because she's seen me do it and stuff, so she doesn't even think that hurts me.
Oh wow. Okay.
If you know what I mean. Even though I've come back with black eyes sometimes, but I'm like, yeah, it's boxing. Like, it's normal. She thinks it's normal. Yeah. Another child wouldn't. If they would be like, but it's kind of a good thing. She's just like been brought up with it. Yeah. So it doesn't make it like a fight to her outside in the street. She would be so scared. But watching box, she just was watching heavyweight boxing sparring today in the gym, and they're big men. They're punching holes. And she just, it's normal boxing. Like, so I don't think getting punched would really, unless I got hurt, like you could, but yeah, I just don't want her to even be in a position in case anything does happen. Like, it's boxing, anything can happen. But yeah, until she's at an age, and if she really wanted to take it serious or wanted to do it, then I'd be more than happy. But
yeah. So how do you balance like being a mum and all the training that you do and everything you've got going on?
It's so hard. It is so hard, but I'm so lucky. I've got like really good family. So like this summer holidays, for example, I'm in training camp, and like I'm a single mum. She's like with me every day, and it's my cousin this summer holidays has basically lived at my house. She's got 2 kids herself, and she's, if I need to go for a run, she's home. We literally like co-parenting, like genuine I'm co-parenting with my cousin, and like she just made my life a lot easier. I've got like my mum, all my family are just amazing. If I asked if I was sparring, they would jump at like coming to watch her, and then her dad's side, they're really good as well. So the thing is he works away, so but they step in for his and take his place basically. So do you know what, if I didn't have all of that, my little village, it would be way harder. Like it really would. But and she's really good. Like she'll, because this is all I've ever done and that's all she's ever done, I feel bad sometimes, but at the same time she just will fit in wherever. She's going to my sister's to stay, or if she's coming with me to boxing, she'll come. If she's going staying with my cousin, like it all just works quite well. But it even though I've got that, it's so hard for me because I just have guilt like all the time. I'm guilty because I'm relying on someone else to watch her, or I need her. Like I just get mum guilt so bad, especially in holidays. When she's at school, it's not too bad because I get all my training done in school time, and then our evenings is our evenings. So it's not too bad, but yeah, it's tough. But it's worth it. It's like the other day she woke up, we had to get up early to go boxing, and she was like, "Why do you do boxing? It's so annoying."
Oh no.
So them days I'm like, oh, but it just is what it is. I just got to try and make it work where I can.
But that discipline will be good for her in the long run.
Definitely 100%. And what she's seeing I'm doing, and then she'll see the belts coming, and then it's like, that's what I said to her. I said, "Do you want me to win this fight? I've got to bring them belts back home. Do you want me to win this fight? We need to go to training." So it's just one of them things. Yeah.
What about like what stuff do you guys do together? Like how do you relax? Do you ever get to relax?
I don't relax because I've got ADHD. But my type of relaxing and cooling off away from boxing is more like, with Macy, it's we go out, we're always at the farm or the zoo or the trampoline park, swimming, that kind of stuff. With my friends, like after a fight, I really like music, so I'll go to like some music, I don't know, festivals, or I love going on holidays basically. After every fight, it's ritual now, just holiday. Holiday, like.
Where's your favourite destination?
I've got so many, but my favourite place right now is Ibiza, but not for the party side of things.
For the
I like
old town.
I love Ibiza, like really do. But I'm going to Thailand in after the next fight. So
nice.
My first time in Thailand. I'm looking forward to it. I like to I'm always with my fam. Like when I'm not in training camp, I'm always with someone in my family. Like I'm one of them ones where I'm always up to something, or go for walks, or go on holidays and stuff like that.
Do you go on holidays by yourself, or do you always go with family?
I actually went on my first solo holiday after the last fight.
Okay.
I went to Marbella, and I recommend everyone to go on a solo holiday.
Same.
It is the best thing. I thought, what am I going to do when I'm at lunch? I'm going to sit on my own at a table. Like, went and done it, and I was like, coming back from that holiday, I felt so like powerful, like in myself. Like, I can do that. It feels really good. It's wholesome, very wholesome, and it was needed. But so I'd definitely go on a solo travel holiday again. But I also do like company. I do like company. I just talk too much. I don't stop talking. So after a few drinks on that holiday, it was like, who am I going to talk to? Like, I need someone to talk to.
Yeah, but
now.
you can make friends there.
That was the thing though. I did like when you're sat on your own and you're eating lunch, like, and people, like, you just make friends. You actually learn how to just talk to people and communicate and network, and it just, like, that was the start of me venturing out and wanting to go. Like, right now, I've been saying to people the last few weeks, like, I can't wait. I just love meeting new people and talking and different life experiences, and it's something that I've from that holiday I've realised, like, it's so fun.
Oh,
like,
that's amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
What do you do to, like, hype yourself up and, like, boost your confidence as well? Because I imagine getting in the ring, you need to have a certain level of confidence.
I would say, don't know, you know, what would I do to hype myself up? I just feel like over the last year, I've had this different kind of belief in me where I'm just confident. Like, I'm confident in myself, not just from boxing. I'm confident, like, that I'm a good person. I try my best. I help other people. I'm living I'm being the person I want to be, and that just gives me the confidence, like, to go anywhere, to go and speak to anyone, to go and do what I want to do. Like, and I feel like that by doing these things and going on solo trips, and it just makes you a confident person.
Yeah,
just massively. Like, I don't care what other people think about me. I just want to, like, I'd like to be around like-minded people. So when I'm around like-minded people, I can be myself, and I feel good from it. It makes me feel good. So it's like, I want more of that. I wouldn't say there's anything in particular I do to make myself, but all these little things that I've been exploring and doing, it's just making me into a kind of confident and person, and I believe in myself. I just got a good amount of self-belief, like, that I didn't always have, and it's nice.
Yeah. Is there anything that you want to do that you haven't done yet?
Anything.
Yeah.
I want to jump out of a plane,
but
I want to do it in Dubai.
Oh yeah, I've heard that's, like, the best place to do it.
I really want to do that. Yeah, the view, and apparently it goes, like, it's higher than, I don't know where else I could do it here. Plus, I don't want to just jump out of a plane into, like, Oxford farm. Like, do you know what I mean?
No,
I want to jump straight into the sand and in Dubai, and that's one thing I really want to do. I want to do that, like, kind of soon.
Yeah, but I don't know how soon. You don't have to do it just once. So even if you did one here, that could be, like, your warm up. And then it will boost you to, like, want to do it again.
Yeah, it's true. No, that's what I want to do. I want to jump out of a plane. I'm a bit of, like, an adrenaline junkie.
Yeah, I can tell.
Bit. Yeah, like, I always want the next buzz. Like, I like to feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did it here. I don't even remember where it was, but the view is still amazing.
Is it?
Like,
even when it's scary?
Greenery. Yeah, like,
really?
I was really nervous leading up to it. But once I was in the plane, I was a bit more calm.
Really?
Because it was like, okay, this is happening now. Like,
there's no choice.
I can't go back.
Yeah.
But the view is still
the
the best view you'll ever see.
I bet that it's just breathtaking though, isn't it? Like,
it's really calm as well.
Really?
Like, when you're, like, not abseiling, what's it called? When you're, like, the parachutes are really open. It's just really calm.
Yeah. No, I really want to do that.
Yeah.
What else? I don't know what else I really want to do that I haven't done yet. Just travel. I just like travelling, and I want to travel to all different places, take my little girl in places where I can train, and that's the kind of things I want to do. Yeah.
Career-wise then, what are your goals for the next, like, 5 years?
Next 5 years, I want to, like, the main goal for me that's always been is I want to be a world champion, like, and I feel like that's gonna happen. That I'm gonna make sure that happens a lot sooner than 5 years. But once I'm a world champion, I just want what's next. Like, so I want 2 belts. I want to unify. I want to then become undisputed. But the main thing is just enjoy the ride. For me, I want to enjoy the ride and win titles and become a world champion and like be genuinely happy with what I've achieved and what I'm doing and helping other people. So next 5 years is just grinding and becoming the best version of me that I can become and just learning along the way and meeting good people. In terms of like after boxing, I'd probably go down more of the route of like the mentoring, having my own little academy, and getting people off the streets and off in Luton and working with Boxing Saves Lives and other charity. Like, that's something I'd want to do like further down the line. But in terms of boxing, I'm just so focused on becoming a world champion. But right now I want to win the British title outright. You have to defend it 3 times to win it outright, and it's yours. So that's what we're doing now, and then we're gonna go chase what's next.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Because you're sorry, we didn't even mention that you're originally from Luton.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself always staying in Luton?
I don't, to be honest. I don't. Like, I want a better life for my daughter. And Luton, a lot of people have bad things to say about Luton, but it's a really good community to be a part of, and there is some really good people in Luton, but it's not like how it was when I was growing up. Like, we was out on the streets from morning till the lights come on, you know, and even though everyone says it's not safe, it was safe. We could do that. Now you can't do that. You really can't, and unfortunately, but I wouldn't want to go too far out. I just want to be not like good distance out, close enough to be. This is my home. I don't. Like, my mum moved out of Luton a few years ago, and she hasn't had a sense of home. Like, but then when she comes to visit me, she's like, "This is home." Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing with Luton, what it does to people. But I'll always be in and around Luton, but probably just
on the outskirts. Yeah. But there's a lot happening in Luton. Like,
so much. It's so good.
Development and stuff. So
it's so good what's happening in Luton, and I feel like soon it's gonna blow. Like, everything's gonna come together. Like, with the new football stadium, everything's. There is talks of some bringing life back to the place, but in terms of like bringing my daughter and like my future children up, I don't know.
Do you think you'll have more children?
Yeah, I would. I do want more children, but it will definitely be after my career is done. Boxing, I can't take a year out to then come and rebuild myself. But so I was young having Macy, like that was a massive out of, you know, like, just it weren't supposed to happen. I was 19, but obviously it happened, and so, but the way I look at it, if I chose when I was going to have kids, I wouldn't have had any yet. Like, maybe 30 I would have started. So even though I've got one, I don't feel pressured to just have them all now. Like, I still weren't going to have kids till I was 30, so I don't mind waiting, even though it's a bit sad that she won't have younger, like, siblings close in age, and that's what I feel bad about. But
you've got a big family. So,
exactly. So, there's loads of kids, so it's like I don't mind. Like, but definitely want more children when I'm older.
Okay, I feel like a lot of my questions have like overlapped. So one of the ones I was going to say is, what does like self-care look like for you around like motherhood and boxing and everything? Does that exist?
I am big. I need my self-care, but doesn't happen too often. Like, I'd make sure I'm getting like nice relaxing massages and stuff like that. That's a big one. Just looking after myself, eating well, which I have to because of my sport anyway. Looking after my skin and just little things like that. Putting the candles on at night, my alone, which Macy goes to bed, and I'm having my time where I'm like, you know, relaxing and stuff, that's important, because when I don't have that, I feel it the next day. And I'm very, very much so I've got, even though I've got ADHD, I've got OCD as well.
Okay.
So I'm very much like, I need routine in my life. So when the routine runs smooth, and routine is my self-care.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely, when I don't go on my routine, my head is just wants to explode. So if I'm sticking to my routine and my schedules and stuff, that helps me stay afloat. Get my nails done. When I'm after a fight, I'll get my eyelashes. I'll take because I'm still a normal girl. So when I'm fighting, it's very much just all you're thinking about is the fight, and you don't really get to. But then afterwards, I make sure I do take time for myself, and yeah,
that's like a common thing I'm hearing with like successful mums, is having that like time where it's like, everyone leave me alone. Yeah, this is my time. So needed. Whether it's like your eyelashes, your nails, or even like reading a book or doing something, having a cup of tea on your own, like it's so important.
That is, so in the evening when Macy goes to bed, it's like that's when I get my time to, even if I'm doing stuff like sorting stuff out for the next day, but I'm just doing it on my, like, no one's there to talk to me. I need that. Definitely need that.
How do you stay grounded? Because I feel like you're obviously getting more like in the limelight. You're going to be champion soon, so world champion. How do you feel like you're going to stay grounded, or do you think generally you're just quite a grounded person?
Yeah, I'll like, for me, I'll never. Sorry, but last week, one of my friends who's been my friend for years, like 20 years, he said to me, so as you're like, now you're getting bigger and bigger, like, you won't be allowed to like be friends with us. Like, I says, what? Like, what are you on about? And he's like, well, you know, because we're just like a bit crazy, I'm like, that's what makes me normal though. Like, because I couldn't flourish without what I've got around me. So what if you're not the next world champion as well? Like, you're my best mate. What are you on about? Like, so for me, it's just about, I still just live this normal life. I'll just do something and I'm quite good at it. Like, nothing changes for me, nothing at all. Like, it's nice that I'm meeting new people and getting new experiences, but in my head, it doesn't, like, nothing's changed so far for me of how I feel about it and stuff. I'm just enjoying the journey, enjoying the ride, and then still living the exact same that I've always lived, really. Like, what I do in my free time, when I'm with my friends, when I'm with, like, everything's the same. Yeah. Everything's the same. So I don't feel like that will ever be a problem for me to, because you do see it happening for sometimes people get a bit too ahead of themselves, or the money, the fame changes things. But I don't know. I like a simple life, and I feel like I'll always like a simple life. Once things get too complicated, I'm like, nah. I need just stick to my routine, stick to what I'm doing, and just remembering where I come from all the time. Like, I am no different to that person out there. I'm no different to anyone. Like, and once you remember that and you live like that, nothing changes. Yeah. Nothing changes.
Do you not have any fears, like, with your career?
Fears? Never thought about that. Like what? Like, what comes to your head when you say that?
I don't know, like a fear of maybe like an injury or an opponent.
Nah, like, I obviously know injuries, they're always a possibility. You're always getting kind of niggles or hurt, but I don't fear them. Yeah. I don't fear them, because I feel like if you fear something, it will happen. I just don't think like about things like that. Anything negative, that could go through my brain, I'm like, wait. I'll deal with it if it happens. Yeah. But Nah, no fears of opponents either. There's some really, really good girls in my category that I know I probably will face over the next couple of years, but I get the complete opposite, and it's not fear. I'm excited, and that I'm gonna be sharing a ring and with these girls, and they're real proper champions. So that's who I want to be in with.
Yeah.
And even though it will be hard, it's a challenge. It's what excites me. That's what will give me the fire in my belly to be like, oh, yeah. Like if I'm not on my game, she's gonna like take my head off. But if I am on my game, we've got this. Like, that's the kind of I don't know. It's just a bit mad. That's the sort of stuff that excites me.
Yeah.
But yeah, nah.
Are you friends with any of your opponents?
Yeah, I am. Like my last opponent, like we were friends beforehand.
Yeah.
And then when we had to fight, it got a bit thingy bob. Not on my behalf. Like on my behalf, I was cool, and I was just like, I knew that it would annoy her, and so I'd say a couple things, but nothing was personal, nothing. And now we're good. We're friends. Yeah, like I've got respect for anyone who gets in the ring. Is like they're doing the exact same thing I'm doing. They're not just turning up that night and fighting me. They're training. They're sacrificing. We're all in it together, and I respect all of them. And you tend to like kind of stay away from your opponents before you fight them if you know you're going to be fighting them. And then afterwards, like shake hands, go get a drink after. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's some other girls in the circuit that aren't in my category, but they're female boxers who I get on really well with, and like nice girls, and we're in the same industry, so it's like we actually probably live like identical lives, so probably would get on anyway.
Yeah. Okay, last question. How do you hope to inspire other women in or outside of boxing?
To show like women, like obviously now it's a little bit, it's getting better and different. Like women are starting to believe they can do whatever they want to do, and like no one can stop you. But yeah, like to actually do things that you shouldn't, maybe 20 years ago would have never happened, 10 years ago would have never happened. And just, my thing to everyone is always like, don't let anyone put any doubt in your head. If you want to do something in anything you want to do in life, go and do it. Be happy, because you get one life, and you're the like author of it basically. Like you don't get to redo it. And anything you want to do, or you're passionate about, or you want to try and you're a bit scared to try, and you're a bit nervous, or to go, get out of your comfort zone and go for it. Because honestly, the comfort zone is where like dreams are just killed and destroyed. Like when it feels scary, jump, but everything you do, just make sure you're actually doing it because you're genuinely happy and you're enjoying whatever you're doing. And women are smashing it at the minute. They are, and I'm really here for it. And I'm glad that like I get a few messages saying, "Oh, you've inspired me to go to the gym," and or stuff like that. And it's like, I'm so glad that I'm doing that. Like and but there's no reason for anyone else not to be doing it. Children, obviously, it makes it a lot harder having children and trying to chase your dreams when you've got kids. But there's a way, and where there's a will, there's a like literally there is a way to do it. And don't let anybody knock that confidence out. And that's my biggest thing, really.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, so we're going to finish off with a game that I made up called 333. It's just 3 sets of 3 questions. So the first 3 is would you rather. Do you want the boxing ones or do you want the normal ones?
Go normal, come on.
Okay. Go. Would you rather be famous for your talent or for your kindness?
Ooh. Talent.
Okay. Would you rather have the ability to fly or be invisible?
Invisible.
Why?
Yeah, like you can just be anywhere. No one knows.
Yeah. Where
But
would
flying
you be?
though, you could just fly anywhere, couldn't you? Where would you be? Anywhere. In rooms that people don't want you in.
Okay, would you rather never get tired or never feel pain?
Never get tired or never feel pain. Never feel pain. I love sleeping. So I want to sleep.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, never feel pain.
All right. Should I just ask you the boxing ones anyway?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. Would you rather win a hard-fought split decision or quick first-round knockout?
First round knockout.
Oh, but then like people paid good money and then it's just 1 minute and it's over.
It's me that has to fight. That's a hard fought contest. If it's out in 30 seconds, oh, happy days. That's easy.
Okay, would you rather train in a high-tech gym with all the latest equipment or a gritty old-school gym with loads of character?
Gritty old school gym. Always spit and sawdust.
Yeah.
I've been to a few nice gyms recently and it's lovely, but it's like you couldn't get ready for a fight there. You need that like gritty kind of stinking gym, like, you know, that's what you need.
Yeah. Okay, would you rather train with a legendary coach or spar with a boxing champion?
Ooh. Spar with champions. You can't learn, like, a coach can take you very, very far.
Yeah.
But actually doing it is, I don't know. Yeah, probably actually spar with like champions. Yeah.
Okay, the next three are finish the sentence. One day I am going to
Become world champion.
Amazing. If I wasn't a boxer, I'd probably be
a barber.
Really?
Oh yeah,
I thought you were going to say a footballer.
I actually oh yeah, well, if I was going way back, I probably would have continued football and I had that mindset in football. I'm the best. I'm the top goal scorer. And I always was, to be honest. Well, wasn't always like the best. Like I was played on a good team, but I always made sure I'm top goal scorer. Like I had that mentality from really young. Like if I'm doing something, I've got to be the best. So I can imagine if I didn't box, I would have took it really far with the football. But
yeah, the barber thing.
But the barber thing.
What happened there?
So go back a bit. What happened? Just before I found out I was pregnant, I'm so like, what do you call it? Intrusive thoughts, or you know when you're just impulsive.
Impulsive, yeah.
So impulsive. It was like I want to learn a new skill.
Okay.
I want to learn how to barber. Went on the course straight away. Learned how to barber. Passed, but then literally passed like the week before. A week after giving birth. I passed my last assessment, and then what happened? Oh, I started doing barbering and stuff, but then we went into lockdown, and then I got back into boxing and stuff like that. But so right now, if I'd done that, I probably would have been barbering.
Why barbering and not hairdressing?
No idea. I just wanted to use it just looks so satisfying using the clippers and like shaping it up, and I thought, I want to do that.
Yeah.
And I just done it. It was so impulsive,
Okay.
Yeah.
So you might have a barber shop like way down the line.
I know. I actually still cut like people like family, family's hair.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I'm just no 2 days are the same in my life. Like it's so random.
Yeah, that is really random. Now I'm lost where I am. Oh, the biggest lesson boxing has taught me is.
Biggest lesson boxing has taught me is there's always someone bigger and better. There's always someone bigger and better, so never ever get too comfortable. And that's in life. That's with situations in life, like everything. It's always, don't ever think even if you are the top dog, don't ever think you're the top dog, because there's always something that can come and happen. Like you've always got to be like don't get too complacent with anything.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, the last three are random questions. So if you could have any superpower for a day, what would it be?
Superpower for a day. I would probably be, you know, like super fast. Just super fast, get things done, like probably.
Yeah, you're still trying to be productive.
Yeah,
even with your
literally, like
superpower.
my brain doesn't stop. But I could just so imagine just whizzing to everything. Yeah, whizzing everywhere.
Okay, what's your favourite way to spend a lazy Sunday?
Out of camp now, yeah, we're talking out of camp. Fry up in the morning. Just chill out, like movie day, roast dinner, cooking in the evening. On a chill day, like Macy will just get her arts and crafts out. She's just chilling.
Oh, I love that.
And might go for a walk, but might just stay in. But it's just food. For me, it's just food. Like, because of boxing, it's like you're not allowed. I'm taken away from food for so, like, not food, but like good food.
Good food, yeah.
For so long, and then when you are allowed it, it's like it does something to your brain. Every boxer will tell you the same. Like, you just become obsessed with food. Like, it's so weird. So when I'm out of camp, like, them days are just good food related, basically. But yeah, chill Sunday is just chill. I love cleaning though, so that's chilling for me. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah, chill, slow, clean the house, movie day, good food, good company, and yeah, that's my perfect Sunday.
Yeah. Do you have like a favourite type of food? Because a fry up and a roast is like really British. So.
Yeah. My favourite food is Caribbean food.
Really?
Yeah, it's Caribbean food.
Like what?
So if I was to go right now to get a box, it would have a bit of everything in it. It would have a bit of stew chicken, mutton and rice, bit of coleslaw, bit of mac and cheese, dumpling. What else? Plantain.
Plantain, I was going to say.
Yeah.
You missed it out.
Big nice box of it. Like, that's soul food. For me. Like, or I do love an Italian. I do love an Italian though. But yeah, food's my thing when I'm out of camp.
The food's my thing all the time.
Oh no, it would be. Believe me, it would be. I'm a proper foodie. Like, I travel out to go and try and find nice food spots. But
amazing.
So in camp, I'm like, oh, it's horrible. It's horrible.
Aww. But what do you have? Is it like a strict diet or?
Yeah. I'm on like a meal plan at the minute. So like my nutritionist sends my meal preps once a week, and I just eat what I'm given basically. But it is nice food. It is okay. Not like my Caribbean food, but yeah, it's got to be done.
Yeah. Okay, last one is a woman up question. Is what 3 things do you love about yourself?
Love about myself? Oh, I don't like saying these things. I feel like I'm a caring, like I'm a giver. I think like I give my advice, time, everything. What else? Yeah, I'm like a caring person. I love how positive I am. I don't know how I am. Don't know why I am. But I'm like a bit of a ball of energy, like around people. And then another one, I like that I'm a good mum. Yeah, I like that I'm a good mum. I'm caring. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, positive. Positive's the main one.
Yeah.
Because everyone says it to me. I'm just that kind of positive person. Like, I don't like negativity at all. Like, even if it's a bad situation going on, just get the negative. Like, we need to find positives here. We need to find solutions. That's kind of what I'm like. But yeah, that's probably.
I like those.
Things.
I was going to say your self-belief is really cool because you come across really confident, but it's not like arrogant.
Yeah.
So.
And do you know what? With that though, the way I am with that, I always want to try and like make. If I'm with someone, say if I was with you and I sensed you weren't confident, I'm gonna try and like get that confidence out of you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm very good. I'm very aware of like how people's energy is. Yeah. But I want you to then feel good about yourself. So I'll try and make, I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like that's the energy I give off other people.
Yeah.
I make them feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I hate talking about myself.
No, it's good. Well, thank you for coming on.
Nah,
It's
thank
been
you for having
amazing.
me. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you. And guys, don't forget, like, subscribe, share, follow, write a review, do anything and everything to get the podcast out there. We really appreciate you, and I will see you next week. Bye. Okay, so that's it for this week's episode of the Woman Up podcast. All the links and resources we mentioned in the episode will be in the description, no matter where you're listening or watching from. If you're listening or watching this on a podcast platform such as Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please leave us a review and follow the channel. You have no idea how much this helps to push out the podcast to a wider audience. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button for the same reason, and feel free to leave a comment, ask a question, or make suggestions. It really means the world to us, and I look forward to seeing you again next week.